When you apply to a job, do you hate homework problems? I know I do. There's been times where like I've spent hours on a homework problem, I submit it, and then I get back feedback like, "Oh, this isn't quite what I was looking for," or I get something where it's like there's this thing that I wobbled back and forth for 20 minutes on, and I did it one way, and they're like, "Oh man, this would have been great if you just did it the other way." And it's like, "Come on. Like I couldn't read your mind. I didn't know what you wanted." And I've been wanting to get rid of homework problems since I started Heavy Resume. Um, to get there, you need the foundation, which is what we have right now. And the next step is figuring out, okay, so what can we do to help people just be confident in your abilities without having to give you a hours long work product that doesn't really represent what you do, and once you're done with it, you can't do anything with it. So I'm going to try to do this the correct way. By that, I mean that I'm in Startup 425 and I'm learning about all these different ways of talking to customers and getting their ideas on how things should be done and listening before going through and building a product. Like, I have an idea, I think it's really cool, and I think it'll actually be fun. It'll be like kind of like a game, but maybe people don't want that. So to start off, I'm going to actually create a social media post on LinkedIn and see if I can get some people that I've connected with to reach out and just talk to me about, hey, what would it take for you to cut homework questions from your interview loop? LinkedIn has this thing where if you make pictures and videos, they tend to get more traction than just text. In particular, they've only been showing like the first two sentences, so that makes it even more so, where you can grab the entire screen of someone on their phone rather than just a small amount. So I had Gemini create a post. It's actually really good at this. I would say Gemini is kind of like if you gave AI the ability to do Photoshop. So, it's a multi-step process here. I was like, add the logo, and it came up with this. I mean, what is that? Like a hat with a check mark and a little, like, what is that? Is that like a little one of those screws, those thumb screws that you turn? I can't tell. So I had to make it get rid of some things, but eventually you get to a point where you see this, and then ignore the CR part because apparently LinkedIn added that. So once you get the image, you download it, and then you can add it to a post on LinkedIn. This is done in substantially less time than it would take for me to go out and create a picture. Now, I'm a big stickler, and I think that you really shouldn't write posts with AI because they all start to sound the same. I can tell it's not authentic, etc., etc. It just doesn't build trust. So this is all me just writing things out by hand. That takes time. But I already knew what I wanted to write, so it's really just a matter of writing it down. So I think this looks good. This is what LinkedIn apparently adds. I'm not familiar with this, so I'll see what happens once I post this. And we can take a look at the final product. Okay, so here's my post. And apparently it creates this little CR thing. When you click on it, it says Google made it. Which is kind of obvious because it also has the little Gemini logo in the corner anyways. So that's interesting. I agree that the internet has way too much stuff in it where people are just trying to churn out as much content as possible, and AI has made that very easy. And as a result, it's difficult for authentic communication to get through. So hopefully that improves it. I guess that little CR thing changes nothing because I'm not trying to hide the fact that I used AI to make that. It very obviously looks like an AI made image. The main thing is that it does grab your attention. It's got some cool colors, all that stuff. And for some reason, more people will see it.